Congressman Mark Pocan stopped by today to take your calls for the hour. Middays with Mark. Here are a few excerpts. Check it out. Leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and ding the bell. Chris in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You're on the air with Congressman Pocan.
Hey, Congressman Pocan. Hey, Tom. Thanks for taking my call. I was actually just looking up Congressman Pocan, U.S. immigration law, because here's my concern. I've worked face-to-face with some of the immigrants that have come through Albuquerque. These people, they barely even have clothes that fit them. And we're working with groups such as Catholic Charities and Albuquerque Interfaith. They're great groups. My question is, you know, what is, and I'm a big supporter of the Progressive Caucus, what's Congress going to do to keep Stephen Miller from, and it breaks my heart to even think about separating these kids. I've seen these kids, separating these kids from their families. It's just unacceptable. We have to do, we have to do everything we can to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, Chris, I couldn't agree with you more. And I think, what we've seen in the last few days is really scary. Taking back the name of the nomination for the ICE director, who clearly was already a very aggressively, using the agency as the president's police force, watching the Secretary of Homeland Security not be hard enough on immigrants, and then asking other people in the department to also submit resignations. This is clearly Stephen Miller looking at the election going, we won once on fear. Let's do it again. And it's terrible. If they go back to the policy of separating families, I guarantee there will be a backlash from the public on this. Fortunately, most of the people who've been fighting really hard on this are members of the CPC, although to be fair, it's many Democrats that have been fighting hard against these provisions of family separation and the treatment of immigrants. But we can do a lot through the appropriations process on the House side. I serve on the Appropriations Committee, and we will make sure that we're not funding the level of detention beds, that we're not funding some of these practices, and that we're fighting it in every way possible. But I guarantee there are people who, in my district I've talked to, who are in the president's base when it comes to issues like abortion and other things, who find it reprehensible to separate parents and their children at the border. This will not work for the president, so if he decides to go the Stephen Miller way, he'll have less support, not more, and we will fight really hard on this because it will ruin, what the impact on people's lives is forever with what he's doing, and it's just why we find the policy so very repulsive.